Ladies and gentlemen, today we're celebrating something big. Today we are celebrating the 5-year anniversary of this channel. And honestly, it's been an interesting 5 years, I will say, because I myself did not think that I was going to be here still recording videos, still thinking about how I wanted to do this. And man, I just want to say, before I get into just reflecting on this channel, which I know this video is not going to do well algorithmically because no one's going to be watching all the way through, but I just want to say to anyone that's still watching this video or to anyone that is still here with this channel, I just want to say thank y'all, because when I first started this channel, which was my second attempt at YouTube on March 30th, 2018, I did not think that I would still be going. I genuinely thought that this channel would just be dead in the water, and it would just be something where I just post random videos and no one really care. But that is not what happened. So quick story before I reflect on what's been going on, what has happened. So before I made this channel in 2016, I had another channel. I'll put on some music here for you just so you're not bored all the way through. But back in 2016, I made an old channel called Andrew Michael 2. My old videos are there if you want to really go back in the archives. And I posted for about 1.5 years thinking that, oh man, I'm going to blow up. I'm going to get millions of views. I'm going to be famous because I'm on YouTube. And man, those expectations were very much so squashed early. But as a kid, you know, I used to think that, man, I could do well one of these days. Man, I used to think I could do that, but it was interesting time being 18, going through college as well. And then I quit YouTube because I had done sub for sub, which I will tell you, if you want to start a YouTube career or any social media career at all, do not do sub for sub or follow for follow. 1, it's against guidelines, and 2, you will kill your channel. You will. And no one wants to tell you that, but it will. But I came back because my friend, is still my friend, thank goodness, my IRL friend said, why don't you come back to YouTube? Why don't you, try starting over your YouTube career? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because I was on Instagram too. So I started this channel and I posted videos. And still when I posted, for some reason, I kept saying, man, I want this video to do well. I want this video to blow up. I want this video. And it's just, I think, me being the naive 19, or I guess in that case, becoming 20 then, my young brain at the time thought, man, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? To where it's just, I'm making these videos that aren't really good, and yet I'm expecting them to do well, you know what I'm saying? But then I kept going, and then I met people along the way, and I actually looked at how to grow on YouTube. I started to understand like what were the best ways to grow if I'm a YouTuber that's starting off. And I met a lot of people through Discord, I met people through Twitter, met a lot of people through stuff I was finding on YouTube, like how to grow, how to take advantage of search, and really just learning the basics of it. And then 2019 rolled around, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Made Power Ranger content, yeah. The 20-year-old making Power Ranger content, yeah. My greatest move, I know. But before I made that decision, I was actually streaming on Twitch from and I was like, man, this is a cool thing. I finally reached this big moment. And then in about May or June in 2019, I switched to streaming here on YouTube, and I'll get to that in a bit. But that moment on Twitch, I'm like, man, I wanted to do something. And I started doing these Minecraft things where I would do these things. This is before I knew what hardcore was. Where it was just I played Minecraft, and if I died, then I would reset the stream, or I'd reset the map or whatever. Those were cool. But on my birthday in 2019, July 27th, 2019, and at first I didn't understand like why people did it, and so I was like, might as well do it myself. But it's something I understand based on what they're searching for, based on what are the viewers actually interested in. then the viewers who are searching for it, who are on the homepage, will come to that video and watch and have their stuff played. Even though 2020 hit, and yeah, I think we all want to forget 2020, but to me, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. 2020 was probably the best year for this channel. Like, seriously, because everyone was locked indoors. You couldn't do anything. And really, the only live entertainment that was happening was on Twitch and YouTube. And those are the best heydays, including for a small YouTuber like me, who could barely pull 4 or 5 viewers on a stream, to where I was pulling like 18 and 20 when I did Jackbox. And I know that game, even though now I don't play it because I think some viewers try to ruin the fun for everybody. And I don't do it now because I feel like it's nothing but toxicity that comes from it. But even besides that, the fact that that channel allowed me to meet people then that still somehow, I don't know how, some of y'all are still watching me. I don't know how y'all are. But the fact that some of y'all are still watching me, even from then, even when we did Among Us, and we had that one stream where Airship was announced and it blew it up the channel a little bit. It was still a high moment. It still was. And then in 2021, I got a job where I'm still somehow employed. There's a lot of things that's happened in my life the past 3 years to where, honestly, it's the grace of God that I'm still doing what I'm doing now. But still, the big moment was I got the job thinking I wasn't going to be able to keep doing YouTube. And I was still doing it. And then, as we all know, what I'm still doing now, I was playing Animal Crossing, and someone came into my chat and was like, why don't you do gaming highlights? Why don't you do anything about gaming off the stream? And at first I was like, well, we only stream this, this, and this. But then that thought was like, well, maybe I should do this YouTube Shorts thing. And I know some people don't like YouTube Shorts, and I understand, because some of the YouTube Shorts is literally TikToks that's posted on YouTube. And, you know, some people hate it. Some people like it. I'm indifferent about it. I'm kind of just... you know. But still, what I found interesting the most is when I started doing YouTube Shorts, it really helped the channel grow to where somehow we have 2,300 subscribers, and half of the subscribers I have are from Shorts, which is pretty crazy. Smaller creators to be able to get a jolt to their channel or get a jolt into their, you know, into their YouTube careers. So that way, if they wanted to do it long term, they can make longer videos. Although it is interesting to see what YouTube will do with Shorts, because I don't know what that bridge is going to look like, but that's besides the point. Fast forward into 2022, and I got promoted, and I became the full-time guy here at the job. Literally thinking, okay, somehow this YouTube thing is going to go up in flames. So I took a step back. But the biggest thing for this channel, and this is the high moment, not only did we reach 1,000 subscribers, which, by the way, the fact that I look at my, I know I shouldn't be thinking about numbers, but the fact that more than 2,300 people decided that my content was somehow decent enough for people to subscribe. Still watching. I don't know how y'all are still watching to this day. It's pretty crazy. But the fact that we've made it this far, and the fact that 2020 was the year it was, and the fact that we not only got to 1,000 subscribers, but we are monetized on this channel, which is nuts. And then the big thing is, of course, as some of you know, I made AM Eagles about the Philadelphia Eagles content, and we're at 380 subscribers on there, which is, you know, I'm glad I took the opportunity that I did to go into Shorts, because I will say, if you're not making YouTube Shorts, you should. Now, I'm not saying you should stop doing your long-form content as you should, but if your content presents itself in a way to where you can do long form and short form content, I absolutely would do it. But if I were to give advice to myself 5 years ago, as I'm sitting here now, I would be, you've got to be patient. You have got to be patient. And 2, you've got to understand what people are into. If there's a lot of people that are into a topic and you can somehow stand out in that area of a topic, you will do well. And I would even say if there's a niche or a trend out there that's doing really well and you could see yourself making content for months and months while it's still going, I'd go for it. Absolutely. Like there's not a much better time to be a content creator than now because of the AI stuff that's coming out. There's a lot more creativity stuff out there too. And I would even say, don't let the numbers affect your happiness. Because to me, if I were to tell someone just one more thing, it is the thing that determines your happiness or not. The thing that should determine it is if you wake up and you're about to press record or you're about to make a piece of content and you feel like you really want to do it. Like with shorts. Now, I know that I said I was going to make more long form videos, and I know I haven't really stuck to that, but the fact that I've been streaming and making shorts, so the fact some of y'all are still watching is still crazy. So I just wanted to make this video. I'm not going to edit it, but I just want to make this video to say thank you to everyone who has ever liked, who's ever watched, who's ever commented, who's ever been on a stream, who's still somehow even here with the community. I just want to say thank you because genuinely, I thought I was going to be quitting YouTube. Literally. I thought many times I was going to stop doing the content creating thing, or I was going to get too old for YouTube, or I was going to get too old for content creation, and maybe that day will come. The way that social media has evolved and the way that technology is, whether it's some platform that's made 5-10 years ago when robots are taking over the world. Anyways, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Now until next time, my man Jim Mike.